Hi.
I can see you.
Huh?
Yes, I can
Uh,
see you.
you can't see me? I'm here. Okay, maybe we
Yes,
just
you're here.
uh yes, I'm here. Maybe
Yes.
we have to wait for a minute. So can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay. So anyways, how are you today?
Uh, well, I was a little bored today.
What?
Because sometimes it is very busy, but
Mhm.
sometimes it's not. Yeah, today,
Oh.
today I'm not busy.
Do you like being busy?
Uh, Sometimes,
Well, what do you mean by sometimes?
um, when I feel busy,
Mhm.
I feel something to do.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay. So,
so I like that feeling.
oh, okay. You like that
Mm-mm.
feeling.
Mm.
All right. Okay. So, for you, when was the last time you were really busy?
Um, Actually, this weekdays,
Mhm.
I I've been I haven't been busy.
Okay. So, what do you usually do if you're not busy? Do you find the initiative to do something about it? Or do you have the
Uh,
initiative to do something about it?
yes, when I'm not busy,
Mhm.
I usually read papers about my work.
Oh,
Hmm.
really? On the
Yes,
internet or in
yes,
your
through the internet
oh,
or journals.
oh,
Hmm.
wow. So, okay. So why not just buy a book and read something in English? I'm serious. I'm serious.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, they they are usually written
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
English.
Oh, okay. So I thought you were just reading about your work, like my. Oh, never mind. My other student, because she said that. Okay, so I read about my work. I read about my job. So okay, so I assumed. I'm sorry for that. So
Mm,
so how long do you usually browse the internet for when you're reading up on your job?
oh, for about 5 or 6 hours.
Oh my gosh! So you only
Yes.
do 2 hours of work. I want to do that too. I
Oh,
want to have
really?
that. Yeah, I want to have that time where I can, read about my job for 6 hours and just teach for 2 hours and still get
Uh,
paid for the whole day.
but it is a very long time
Oh,
for reading, so I feel very bored.
okay. So, how else can you entertain yourself aside from reading?
Mm, no, because it's about the work.
Ah,
Yeah, not about my free time or yeah, such as traveling. No. So,
mm, okay. All right. So, how about self-help books, like articles about, well, how to be more effective at work, time management, those things
mm,
that Do you read those as well?
These days I don't like those books
Mhm.
because mm, it the contents
Mhm.
written
Mhm.
is very well known.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's not interesting.
Oh. Really?
Mm-hmm.
We're opposites.
Mm.
Yeah, I find those things interesting, especially journals on psychology and personality development and time management. And well, in my previous company, I had to read up on leadership skills and also interpersonal skills
Mm.
always.
Mm.
So every day I would do my work really fast. I'm very, very shameful, but I feel very, very shameful about that. But I would do my work really fast so that I can read. And
Wow.
I never found it boring. I wish that I could spend a lot of time, but because I also had so many tasks, or maybe 1 or 2 hours, and sometimes I don't take a break.
Mm-hmm.
I just eat at my desk and read.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Wow. Actually, I don't like to read something.
Why?
I'd rather see something, such as yeah,
Ah. So in other words,
TV, yeah,
you're
movies.
visual.
Yes, right.
Oh. Ah. Okay, so because it's very interesting because every person has different personalities and
Yes,
also
right.
different learning styles,
Mm,
and we absorb information differently. So for
mm,
me, it's reading and it's auditory listening.
wow.
For you, it's usually I think visual and
Yes,
auditory.
right. Uh, the reason why I don't like to read is that it takes very long time to finish reading
Mhm.
the book.
Oh.
Yeah, the speed of reading
Mhm.
is very very slow to me.
Ah. Well, I read quickly.
Mm,
There are I think because of my previous job, I had to learn how to just skim.
mm.
So I think well, I'm not sure, but I think every person is different. And I think
Right.
every person should just follow what they're
Mm,
comfortable with. So to tell you the truth, you can watch movies. I
mhm,
can't.
mm,
I can't stand
mm,
watching movies. So if you give me a movie or a book, I will take the book. Because if
wow.
I watch the movie, I can't understand it. I'm not sure. My brain is weird. Seriously, my brain is very, very strange. So even my kids say that, "Oh, mommy, your brain works differently." All right. So, anyways, for today, as you know, you will be doing practicing.
Yeah.
So this is purely speaking. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure if you would you like to take a look at the book, the first two chapters that we did. Just look at the phrases quickly. So, or did you already read the phrases?
Uh, I already read
Okay,
it.
so you're ready. You read it. All right. So my topic for you today is well, I know that you've gone to a lot of places and you've answered the most common questions, the best places, and I've already asked you about the different places you've been.
Mhm.
So now I would like to ask you, what if you traveled in the future to a third world country like
Mhm.
Laos, but not in Asia?
Mhm.
You travel to a poor country somewhere in Africa.
Mhm.
Okay, like choose a country. I'm not really particular. But what if you had to go to a very poor country as a traveler, what would you do? What would you do first? Do you think you will be able to survive in that country where hotels, well, there aren't a lot of hotels, and internet is not so common yet,
Right.
because there are places in the world that where internet is not really accessible.
Yes, right.
Okay, so which country would you like to go to?
Well, I'd like to go to Africa
Mhm.
or South, Southern
Mhm.
America.
South America. Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, so where exactly in South America?
Uh, Peru.
Peru. Ah, Machu Picchu.
Yes, right.
Okay, so as you know, in Peru, it's not a very rich country,
Right.
and internet there is not so
Good.
great. Yeah,
Yes.
actually, it's not.
Yes.
The internet here in the Philippines is better.
Yes, right.
So how are you going to book with your personality? How are you going to reserve a room, or how are you going to reserve or make your reservations?
Uh, but these days the
Mhm.
system for making a reservation in
Mhm.
hotels is very e- very well equipped.
Mhm.
So I think I can't reserve
Mhm.
hotels in advance in my country.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I reserve it in
Mhm.
advance as my style.
Okay, as your style. But when you get there,
Mhm.
there has been a mistake.
Mhm.
The room you booked in reserve um is not available.
Mhm.
What are you going to do? How
Uh.
are you going to tell the concierge that there must be a mistake and that you want something done?
Uh. Well, first, I explain that there's a problem
Mhm.
to there's a problem about my reservation,
Mhm.
and I ask them
Mhm.
to make a solution.
So what kind of solution are you looking for?
Um.
There are no vacant rooms.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm so mean, I know. there are no
Wow.
va- there are no vacant rooms.
I ask them to recommend the nearest available hotel
Mhm.
first.
Mhm. The nearest available hotel. Okay,
Yes.
so once they recommend the hotel, they just
Mhm.
tell you, okay, so this hotel is near, there are vacant rooms. What will you do?
And I ask, how do I get there?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay, once you were given directions, okay, so you take a cab and tell the cab driver to take you to this hotel. What
Yeah.
will you do next?
And I'll go there. Right.
Really? Just
Yes.
like that? You will not tell them to give you back your money, or
Wow.
you will not ask them to even pay for half because of the inconvenience?
All right. Right. And
Seriously?
I asked them to to refund.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And that's all.
Okay, so what if if they can't give you a refund? I'm sorry, ma'am, but our hotel does not have a refund policy.
Really?
Come on, you're a stranger in a country, so who knows? And then they ask you, "Excuse me, do you speak Portuguese?"
uh,
How would you deal with that?
well, um, first I asked them to refund, but
Mhm.
if they couldn't refund it,
Mhm.
uh, I go to another
Mhm.
hotel they
Mhm.
recommend, and
Mhm.
my travel, after
Mhm.
my trip, uh, when I come back my country,
Mhm.
I call the travel agency where
Mhm.
I make a reservation to
Mhm.
that hotel, and I ask them to refund it. And I explain that situation uh, that I occurred in that country.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. So you're willing to wait until
Yes.
you're willing to wait.
Right.
Oh my gosh, you're a very patient person. So aren't you going? So instead of that, won't you ask for another way of compensation? Like for example, free meals in that hotel.
But really,
No.
I stayed in another hotel,
Hotel.
but I have a free meal, free
Or
breakfast.
or drink all you can in a bar.
Mm,
Do you drink?
no.
Okay, so no, that's good. Or have them give you tickets for the activities,
mm,
like a tour bus to Machu Picchu or something like that.
but I'd rather
Get
refund.
cash. You'd rather get cash.
Yes, right.
Oh my, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Mm.
I'm not really sure about refunds in different parts of the world, but here in my country, if you go to a hotel, then they have to refund. But if you go to hostels, they don't have to.
Really?
Mm.
I haven't heard that there's a refund policy. There
For
isn't a refund policy somewhere. I
well,
haven't heard that.
we have a refund policy for hotels. We
Mm-hmm.
do. But for
Yes.
hostels, because hostels are very small businesses and are
Mm.
usually run privately
But these
and
days
tend
it is very equipped with the service system, so it there is usually being.
mhm.
I know.
Well, you know, for example, this is my house, and in front of my house is a hostel.
Mhm.
And a few nights ago, last weekend, no, just a few nights ago, a lot of people from Manila walked out of
Mm.
of the hostel because here's the thing: another building is under construction in
Mhm.
the same in on the same property,
Mhm.
so there's a lot of noise.
Mm.
So a lot of people weren't happy, but because they reserved in advance and they made a down payment. I think that was 50% down payment. They were not allowed to refund it. So that was one. And my uncle, he's an official in our community. So the tourists complained to my uncle, and my uncle could not do anything about it because again, it's a hostel. So there, under the law, there is no refund policy.
Or
And
didn't they know it is under construction?
actually, no, they didn't know because the apparently the owner did not notify.
Mm,
You
they
know,
should notice that.
I know, right? But people are very, very inconsiderate these days.
Mm.
Mm, my gosh. Okay, so let's go back to Machu Picchu. You will stay in
Why?
a hotel. Hang on. You already paid, right? You already paid the reservation fee, right?
Yes, right.
And then you go to another hotel, and you're willing to pay again for your accommodate. You're willing to shell out money for your accommodation, like.
Yes, but because there isn't on other method.
Yes, there is no. Okay.
Yes, because I need to room to
Yeah,
sleep.
so okay, so there's no choice.
Yes, right. There's no
Mm,
choice.
or there isn't another way. Okay. So you and I think, would handle traveling differently.
Ah,
I
right.
I
Yes.
would demand. I would not only, if they cannot refund my reservation fee, I would demand compensation, and it would be twice more
Mm.
than what I paid
Wow.
for. Yeah, because inconvenience is not, it's inconvenient, and you're a tourist, and I think in many countries you can actually complain
Mhm.
to your embassy, like for example, you're Korean, right? So
Mhm.
in every country there is a Korean embassy.
Mm. Right.
Every country has that, right? Even
Mhm.
here in the Philippines. So Americans who were cheated here in my country usually complain to the U.S. embassy,
Mm.
and then they would fix it.
Mm.
I would do that. No, I'm just joking. Because I want to enjoy my holiday, so I would just demand compensation.
Mm.
All right.
Right.
So, any questions? Let's start making plans for next week. I think you did pretty well. How do you feel about this week? How do you feel about how you did this week?
Good.
Just good?
Yes.
Okay, comparison. Make a comparison when you first started class.
Um, I'm actually I was very worried
Mhm.
with you to have a class because
Mhm.
we haven't studied before,
Mm.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but uh, through several classes, I'm pleasant to
Mhm.
talk with you in English.
Okay. I have
Yes.
a question for that. All right. Chloe, how many teachers have you had in this company?
Um, two, three.
Three teachers. So how
Yes.
long do you stay with each teacher?
Um, about 1 or 2 months.
1 or 2 months only.
Yes, because
So were you
yeah,
because
because I like to travel.
mhm.
So when I travel, I usually go for more than 7 days.
Mm,
So I have to pause the
mhm.
class.
Okay.
Yeah. So after going come coming back to
Mm.
the class, I have to change the
Yeah.
teacher.
Why?
Yes. Because they have they have another class at 6 o'clock.
Mhm. Ah. So why didn't you just postpone the class?
Uh, can
Hmm.
I request to that I want to continue with
Yeah.
that teacher,
Yes.
right? Really?
Yeah.
I know I know that I
Mm.
have to change the teacher when she or her have a class at my time.
No. Okay.
Really?
Yes, you can just actually postpone. Now I understand. And
Mm,
that information is actually very valuable because I there are different so I can see the different patterns. So you've had 2 or 3 teachers and
mm-hmm.
you had to adjust to each teacher's learning
Yes,
style,
right. Yes,
teaching style and personality
yes,
and everything else. So
yes.
it's so it's it's what it's what makes you worry. That's why you cannot think of your improvement so much because you
Right.
always have to think about this. You know, there is nothing wrong with changing teachers. It's a good
Mhm,
thing.
mhm,
You know, you have one regular teacher and sometimes you have other teachers. Why?
mhm,
Because you can check your progress through other teachers.
mhm,
You can it's called check and balance.
mhm.
So
Right.
you will be able to see for yourself how much you have improved. Okay?
Mm,
That's one.
okay.
Another thing about changing teachers is that, however, don't do it too often, okay? But it's going to help you. It's not
Mm,
that I don't want you in my class, but I'm thinking about your improvement. So there are many things that you can do, like with the company,
mhm,
and to have other classes. Like, for example, number one, joining evaluation.
mm,
So you will have classes with new teachers and evaluate them as teachers. That's one way
mhm,
to practice with others so that you can get more
mhm,
confident. And another way that I would really love you to try starting
mhm,
Monday is please the minimum number of sentences per answer is 3.
mm.
So every question that I ask, the number of sentences that you have to give me, minimum, okay, is 3.
Yes,
Or
okay.
it has to be more than 3.
Okay.
Okay, that for me is very, very important. Okay,
Mm, okay.
so do that so that your progress will be faster.
Okay.
Okay, so even
Yes.
if you go on a holiday, when will you be going on a holiday again?
I don't know, maybe next week.
Oh my gosh, next week. So even if you go on a holiday next week, if you do this, even if you take the time,
Mhm.
yeah, before you go on a holiday, okay, take the
Mm.
time
Yes.
to have classes, even if just for a little while each day, so that when you go on a holiday, practice by yourself, talk to yourself in English, and then when you come back, then we will continue. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but I think you did very, very well. It's just that with your now that you I can I can see that you can do more.
Mm.
So I will be pushing you to do more. I know I make you work very hard. Sorry,
Okay.
I asked a lot of
That's
questions,
okay.
and you have to answer. But this time, I will be asking fewer and fewer and fewer
Mhm.
questions per class,
Mm.
and which means that you have to speak more and more and more. Okay?
Okay.
So
Yes.
goal is 90-10. 90% you, 10% me.
Mm. Okay.
That should also be your goal. Okay?
Mm. Okay.
All right. So anyways, I will see you
Tuesday.
next Tuesday. Yes,
Yes.
not
Right.
Monday. Next Tuesday. So I will see you next Tuesday.
Yes.
And please, let's not just do chapter from chapter 1 or chapter 2, whatever interests you. Okay?
Mhm.
If
Okay.
you find something interesting on the internet that you want to discuss some more and you
Mhm.
want to practice with, just send me the link. Okay? So don't always stick with the book. Okay?
Okay.
All
Yes.
right. So I got to go. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Have
Have a
a
great
nice
weekend.
weekend.
Bye
Yes.
bye.
Bye.